everybody. Funny thing is, our event participants, similar to those German rock concert attendees, also like to talk about bathrooms. Today, I'm from the American Cancer Society. I have been there about 3 years. Within those 3 years, we have gone from knowing that social media exists, talking to our customers a little through social media, to really trying to understand that social DNA and use it to react to market situations. So today, I'm going to show you how we OODA, which makes it sound really fun. So who's the American Cancer Society? We are the largest voluntary health organization in the United States, and we are trying to save lives from cancer by helping people stay well, get well, by finding cures, and by fighting back. Our customer experience challenges are the same as other large organizations or companies. We're large and successful. Our customers interact with us across multiple channels. We need to integrate that data, and we need to differentiate ourselves from our competitors. Yes, nonprofits have competitors. And probably most important, we're accountable to the general public. We're working off of donor dollars. So this is an example of all of this information that we have, what we're doing, what our customers are doing with us, what they're saying about us, and what's going on in the marketplace. You can see in the top right-hand corner, social media listening fits in here for us. We can also fit it in a couple other places, but this presentation is going to focus on how it fits in with what customers are saying about us. So why do we care about social media? Well, the world's online, as we all know, especially after all of these presentations today. The American Cancer Society has 350,000 Facebook likes just on our national brand page. That doesn't include all of our sub-brands, our local pages, and that's just Facebook. In addition, our customers are starting to fundraise and promote event participation more heavily through social media. Our interactive team is actually working on a really cool new integrated registration and event fundraising application that'll be directly in Facebook. So you won't even have to go to our event website anymore. You can register on Facebook and fundraise through there, which is really exciting for us. But with that comes other happenings in the marketplace that can affect our business, and it can affect it very fast. Some of these are situations that they don't even come from the American Cancer Society. Some examples, you may have heard of Stand Up to Cancer. It's an annual fundraising event that lots of celebrities put on. It's a telethon. It happens every year. We aren't affiliated with this, but it does impact what people are saying about our brand and what they think about us. In addition, you might have heard earlier this year, there were some changes in mammography recommendations. This was a situation that really impacted us. We had to be able to respond to our customers and tell them whether or not we supported these new recommendations or there were something that we thought were completely bogus. We actually do support them, in case you're wondering. So what are some challenges that we've come across when we think about sentiment analysis and the American Cancer Society brand? First of all, we have the term cancer. Cancer is not good. Cancer is a bad thing. But the American Cancer Society thinks that beating cancer, killing cancer, and that cancer sucks are all good things. So we had to teach the natural language processor. We used NetBase's tool for this, for our analysis, and we had to teach the natural language processor that these were actually good things. These aren't bad. A lot of our brands are also very ambiguous. You may have seen our More Birthdays campaign. We're creating a world with less cancer and more birthdays. Our signature fundraising event is Relay for Life. And our breast cancer walk is called Making Strides. So sometimes it's really hard for us to distinguish whether the results that we're getting through our social media tool are really related to the American Cancer Society brand, or if they have nothing to do with it. So how do we use social media research in our market research? Right now, we do ongoing social media monitoring, so kind of like a brand tracker, but with social. We use it for what I like to call deep dive analysis or netnography. So really looking into what people are saying or how they feel about our brand. And then, of course, we use it for marketplace response decision making. So most people would think of that as a PR emergency. So what's the value of all of this data? There's lots of data, and we don't really have to do much to collect it. At least we don't have to do much. I know a lot of you probably do a lot to collect it. We have no surveys, so we don't have to worry about survey fatigue, and we're really getting the true voice of the customer through their organic conversations. So let's look at what we did to use this data to make business decisions. We have these uncontrollable market situations. It may be something we've done, a mistake that we've made, or it could be something that's just going on that we need to respond to. So we came up with a way to integrate a variety of different data sources, including social media, in order to evaluate whether or not we should react to the situation and how we should react. So first I'm going to go through our non-social data sources. We use ongoing brand measurement data, so our brand tracker information, to look at whether or not an event or a marketplace situation, a PR emergency, has an impact on our general population knowledge or reputation. We also use Google Analytics keywords to see whether or not people are searching for our brand with that new emergent situation. This is pretty interesting, I think. When Steve Jobs passed away, he actually died from pancreatic cancer. So we saw in the previous month, prior to his death, we saw that pancreatic cancer did not show up in our top 10 search keywords. The 2 days after his death, we had 4 top entries in our top 10 keywords related to pancreatic cancer. So this is a great indicator of whether or not the event is impacting our organization. We also look at revenue. How much money are we raising? And if there's any change in that after the market event. And of course, we look at the sentiment change of our call center feedback. So what are people calling in about? What are they saying to us? Are they angry? Are they happy? Now let's get to our social media data. We also use opt-in feedback comments that people can leave on our website and analyze this sentiment to see if there are any changes. But of course, we use NetBase to collect all of these conversations and look at whether or not the buzz has changed or if there's any sentiment change. So first, we look at the percentage of the buzz that's related to the market event. You can see on the left-hand side, this is my example of a pre-event buzz and the amount that are related to that emergency, the PR event situation. On the right-hand side is the 2 days after the event. You can see that buzz blew up, as did the total amount of people talking about that event. Next, we really take a look into sentiment. So NetBase does a really good job of coding the buzz for us, and we can see how, if there's any change between the previous month before the event and the past 2 days. You can see here in this example, if this was real life, there wasn't really much of a sentiment change. Then we also look at the themes, the sentiment themes. What are people liking about us right now? What are they mad about? In this example, they like that we rally the community. We're making great strides. That's probably in relation to our breast cancer event. We have life-changing events and good programs. They're not very happy about our customer service, which isn't good. And then on the right-hand side, you can see that We also look more deeply into some of the things that they like, and we would also have dislikes as well, so that we can see if there's a change, if the new marketplace event shows up in these topics. So once we've kind of evaluated all this data, what are we going to do about it? How are we going to respond to our customers? It's really important to look at how our customers are talking about us and what they're saying. So again, we would look at some of the key themes and use this information to make sure our response aligns with what they want to hear. And then also, another example I thought was really interesting is here you can see Making Strides is our breast cancer event. There's a lot of words in here around October, breast cancer awareness. One thing I noticed is that there isn't any buzz about mammographies. So in this situation, that would be something that we want our customers to talk about. So we may put that out there more. We may share that. We may get our customers to increase their buzz around mammography recommendations. So we take all of this data together and we calculate a score on a 100-point scale. And the points are distributed between our revenue, our brand tracker, and our social media data. And our conclusions and recommendations will inform the next steps in regards to intervening with the marketplace event, or in some cases, just allowing it to run its course. So of course, it's increasingly important for organizations to be nimble when it comes to decision making. And it's also important to combine multiple data points. And the social buzz and the sentiment analysis really provide crucial data, or that DNA, that show the size and the positive or negative impact of the event. And also, they include really important actual words from the customers. Thank you.